Shalom. Kohalo Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. And this is going into some story that came out of Dallas, where you had this Northern Kingdom Jake, pretty much behead his manager at his job. Salakia. Yeah, Salakia for the background noise. It's always goddamn noisy around here. There's construction going on, but yeah, man. You had a Northern Kingdom Jake behead his manager. Maybe because he was fed up. What you're starting to see now is that these people that's being thrown off the planet, being put to death, the murders and the killings are becoming more gruesome, more personal, more evil, and you're gonna see that more and more in these last days, because people have reached their breaking point, man. A lot of people out here have reached their breaking point to where they can't take it no more, man. They ready to lash out on somebody. They ready to make somebody feel pain, man. And the scriptures tell you that things were gonna get this cold. Let's get it. Then we're gonna play this, man. I got 2 clips on this. Try to run through it. This is Matthew chapter 24. You know where I'm going. Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Because sin and evil has grown throughout the earth, there's a huge thought going throughout the world of no care. Right? People just don't give a shit no more. And the littlest thing can trigger somebody off, man. So that's why we tell, brothers and sisters that are in this truth, man, to be circumspect, to walk wisely, man. Right? Not as a fool. So let's play it. Yabashim Yahushua, willing to let be edified. Shalom.
We've been following all day long, also a tragic one. A witness just told us a man was running for his life before a suspect beheaded him with a machete.
This story is extremely disturbing, and we need to warn you that some of the details you're going to hear may not be appropriate for young viewers. This all happened this morning in the parking lot of an East Dallas motel just off I-30 near Samuel Grand Park. Our Cole Sullivan has been on the scene since minutes after the attack. Cole, police tell us they do have a suspect in custody here.
And Dia, they arrested that suspect just about a block from where I'm standing up the road here. We saw a machete on the ground in the parking lot where they arrested that person. But the attack happened here at the downtown suites. It unfolded just after 9:30 this morning, police say, and this is the scene earlier today when police arrived here on scene. A witness I talked to said this was an argument that started out loud between 2 men in the parking lot of the motel when one of the people, the suspect, went inside a motel room and came back out with a machete and began slashing the other man. That victim started running for his life, the witness says, and nearly made it to the motel office before he slipped and fell, and the suspect caught up with him.
That's when he got over on the top of him, and then he hit him again, hit him on the foot. Then he trying to split. He was going to go vertical, and he's going to try to split his head. But I guess he changed his mind on that, and then he started just whacking at his neck.
That witness, who did not want her face shown, says that she believes that the suspect hit the victim more than 50 times with the machete. Police say that he died here on scene, and the witness says the suspect never said anything throughout that attack. Dia.
Cole, what do we know about how police were able to catch the suspect?
Police.
That's crazy, man. Here it is. An argument could turn into somebody losing their life, man. Back in the days, an argument was, two people heated, and then they depart for a minute. They go home, they think about it, they come back, they make up or whatever. Now, nah, man. You got to learn how to de-escalate, and the only way you can learn in these days how to maneuver around all this evil in this wicked ass society is through the scriptures, man. The Lord tells you how to watch your mouth and how to de-escalate, right? So it tells you in what's that, Proverbs chapter, is it 15? Yeah, Proverbs 15:1. It says, a soft answer turneth away wrath. So you give a soft answer when somebody is heated. You tell them, yo, my bad, man. I apologize. I'm sorry, whatever. And then it'll calm that other, person down, man. Because everybody know how the Northern Kingdom get down when it comes to machetes, knives, etc. They'll chop your ass up in a minute, man. Even, them Issacharites, and them Cubans, man. Right? Them Issacharites, them so-called Mexicans, and them Cubans, man. They'll chop your ass up in a minute. And Colombians, man. They'll chop you up in a minute. And this, I don't know where this Jake was from, but more than likely he was from one out of three of those countries, man. So it says, Proverbs 15:1. It says, a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger, man. And those grievous words got this Jake so angered that he went back in the motel, came out with a machete, chased the dude, hacked him, and then beheaded him, man. So you gotta understand how to be in these last days, man. Right?
Gave a little bit of information at a briefing earlier this afternoon. They say that they were able to get that suspect because they had officers already in this area proactively patrolling. They were on scene within minutes. They arrested him, as I said, about a block from where this attack unfolded. They say, a witness I talked to say that they drove past just before that happened and saw a man who appeared to have blood on him in the parking lot of a beer mart just up the road. Police say that they haven't released the name, I should say, of that suspect yet, but police say they expect to bring serious charges, as you would imagine, against him. Dia.
All right, our Cole Sullivan reporting for us live on another tragic situation today. We appreciate that. Stay with us for continuing coverage on both of these developing stories. Senior crime and justice reporter Rebecca Lopez is looking into the background of the suspect in this beheading investigation.
And they said he didn't say a word when he did it, man. So this the other clip, but let me read this. This is Ephesians 5:15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, meaning taking hold of the time. And to be circumspect means to look around, to be mindful of your surroundings, man. Meaning, on a larger scale, check out what's going on throughout the whole earth, man. Look at what's going on around you, per se, and around the globe, man, to know, how to navigate through this wicked ass kingdom. It says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil, man. And this is evil. They said that Northern Kingdom Jake ain't said a word, man, while he was hacking them, man. He said all he had to say when they was arguing. Then, and when he came out, that was that, man. That was that. Because see, the Lord will give you over to Satan, man. The Lord will give you over to give you over to a reprobate mind, and the Lord will get have you being plagued with demons. Let me get some real quick. Let me see if I can find it real quick. This is let me see, Job. I think this is I think it's in Ezekiel 58. Let me see. Is it Ezekiel 58? No, 38. I think it's Ezekiel 38 and 10. This is Ezekiel 38 and 10. It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua power, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought." And what was that evil thought that this Jake had, man? To chop this, I don't know what the manager was, but to chop his manager's head off with a damn machete, man. Right? Because what? The Lord puts a deep sleep on man. Let's see if we can get that real quick. Jeremiah chapter 33. Right? Jeremiah 33 and verse. Jeremiah 33 and verse. Wait, Salakia. That's not even it. Let me see. Let's go to the one in Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 1. It says, "The preparation in the heart of man, meaning in his mind, and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord." Right? And I was in Jeremiah 30. It was in Job, Salakia. Job 33 and verse 15. I'm going to start at 14. It said, "For the Most High speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceiveth not. In a dream, in the vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instructions," man. Right? So the Lord is going to give you the instructions you're going to do on that day, man. Right? And there's no way around it. It said that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man. Right? Because the pride of man is to think that he has free will and he can do what he wants. Right? He wakes himself up every day. No, man, that's the Lord. Right? That's the Lord, man. It's not a game out here. It's going to get real brutal out here. We've been telling you. So let's play this. I got two more. We're going to shut it down. Let me rewind it back a little bit. Slakia. And this is the Jake right here. Right?
Year-old Yordanis Cobos Martinez, a Cuban national, sits in the
What I said, Cuban. He's a Cuban national, man. Them Cubans, them Colombians, the Mexicans, they will chop you up in a minute, man. And not feel a bit of remorse. Go about their day, man. See, the tribes, they are very warlike people, man. Very violent people, man. And the Lord is going to bring this violence against Esau, Edom. The hatred that our people have for one another, right now against one another, the Lord is going to turn that on our enemies, man. He's going to take that deep sleep off of us, killing each other and, having hatred toward one another. He going to put it in the direction of these devils, man.
Dallas County Jail, charged with capital murder. He's on an immigration hold, now accused of beheading his boss at a Dallas motel Wednesday morning. Cobos Martinez was arrested half a block away, wearing a white t-shirt covered in blood. public records show at the time of the murder, Cobos Martinez had an active warrant for a probation violation out of California. Back in 2017, Cobos Martinez carjacked a woman in South Lake Tahoe while he was naked. A jury convicted him in 2023 and sentenced him to a 1.5 year prison time. Earlier this year, ICE confirms to Fox News Cobos Martinez was released from ICE custody on January 13th, despite his removal order due to Cuba not wanting to take him back. 9 months later, on Wednesday, investigators say Cobos Martinez
Damn, you know he was trouble. Cuba didn't even want him back, man. Right? He said they told America, "Hey, stay with him." You know. So this Northern Kingdom, man, Jake was out of his mind. He had a lot of demons on him.
became angry at the downtown suites south of I-30 because his boss wasn't able to speak to him in Spanish. New details from an arrest affidavit reveal a witness told police the suspect was set off and pulled out a machete, stabbing and cutting 50-year-old Chandra Nagamalaya several times, eventually beheading him. Thursday, Fox 4 was sent a fundraiser for Nagamalaya's family, calling the killing sudden and deeply traumatic. It reads,
I don't know. I don't know. With a name like that, Maga Malata, it could be East Indian, Arab or Italian, something like that, man. Who knows? But yeah, this was serious, man. This was serious.
It reads his life was taken in a brutal attack that occurred in front of his wife and son, who bravely tried to protect him.
Damn, so he killed him in front of his family. Oof. We told you, man, it's getting heavy out here, man. It's getting real cold outside.
Dallas police also tell us, Clarice, that the suspect was taken to the hospital for a blood draw to see if there was anything in his system. We're still waiting for those results. Those usually take a few days.
All right,
Clarice?
we know you'll report back to us, Pete.
Damn. Let's put him up there. Jake. Jake is vicious, man. This second address 16 and 18. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come, man? So this is only the beginning, man. Things are going to get more and more brutal, more and more evil. And you're not going to believe what you're seeing or what you're hearing, right? A lot of these things are going to bug people out, man. People already don't want to come outside because it's so bad outside, man. Let's get this last one. Second Esdras 14 and verse 16. It says, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. For look how much the world shall be weaker with age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. So, hey, man, I'm going to shut it down there. I'm going to leave it there. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua willing, the elect was edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. Hey, keep your head on the spiritual swivel, man. Stay tied and glued to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, man. Because it's not going to be no mercy out here. No mercy, no pleading. No sorries, none of that, man. People have lost it. To the next lesson. Shalom.